Dumelang, Tobela, Kalevito Kichofaja, and welcome back to another reflection of the week. So, but from the YouTube, I am in a space where I did not know that I am going to be required to pay for space for these videos. So now, for the last 2 weeks, I could not record. So now I managed to delete some few things. So it's gonna be a quick one. But because I don't want to end up in that situation again where it tells me storage, I have to pay $5.99. I'm like, no ways I'm paying that money for space. There is no way I can do so much with that money. Jesus. But anyway, welcome back wherever you are. This is a space where we talk about reflections that have been on our minds. So it could be a topic that you had with someone. It could be something, a thought that came to your mind. It could be something that happened and you saw it and you had questions, unanswered questions. And obviously, we like answering questions ourselves. So you answer it, but you'd like to know about what other people think. And it's quite interesting, as I've mentioned before, that learning about how people are different is something that excites me. It excites me how people think differently, how I realize that we are all different and stuff. So please bear with me as I am driving, and there could be sounds that are happening in my background or whatever. Just bear with me because I will have to do something, I guess, because I want to record the videos. I'll have to make sure that I invest in the right equipment. So yes, let's make it happen, okay? Also, you need to comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends and family so that we can have the opportunity to invest in this thing, because we know it is happening not for me, but for the all of us. So you know what? This one, it's quite hectic. So this is what happened. For the longest time, I had a horrible relationship with my mother. For the longest time, I had a very horrible relationship with my mother. And along the way, as I was growing up, it was just the most horrible thing I've ever experienced. However, I got to do a lot of healing, a lot of, therapies and stuff in order for me to understand what are the issues that I am facing and why I feel certain ways, because I would be triggered at some time and then I realized that it's because of what I had experienced in my childhood that actually is coming up now in that trigger. So now, as I was growing up, and I love communication. I will force you into communication so that we get to the root cause of the problem and solve the problem. I think I'm a problem solver. I am a problem solver because I do not play shame. I do not play with problems in my life. I don't like them. So what we then did is to have some conversations, see how we can do it, how we can work around it, and how we can navigate this life. As I had discovered that as people, we can actually coexist in this life, whether we like each other or we don't, in our differences and everything, we can actually coexist. And you don't need to change the other person in order for you to exist or live your happy life. You can live your life, accept the people the way that they are, and they live their life and accept you as you are. So now, if you don't accept me as I am, fuck. But I have the opportunity and ability to accept people as they are. And I think as people, we need to learn to also accept people as they are. Stop trying to change people for your own good, to make yourself happy. Why would you want to change me to make yourself happy? Why are you not happy in the first place? Do you think not changing me will make you happy? Anyways, so now we then kind of like find a way to say, man, we can actually coexist. We can work around this thing. And we started there. started with that, or from my side I started with that, and it worked well. And then there was a point where so at home we are three kids, parents, so it's a family of 5 in terms of biological biology issues, right? So now my brother, then one time he starts getting involved in this thing, trying to see how to work around it, and then it just worked itself. It worked out itself, because now at that point, Nami, I was like, you know what, it's okay, we can work together, we can do certain things together, as long as we know that when there are things that we need to do together, we can do them. I don't need to change this woman. That's how she knows how to live her life. Imagine not just living my life, changing my habits, waking up at 5 a.m. It's hard when I'm not used to it. So now imagine changing an adult, trying to change an adult into being what you want them to be, because you yearn that. So it didn't work. But here's the thing. As I accepted and moved on with my life, and it's all good, then the change started happening. Maybe I've accepted, I don't know, but the change started happening. Our relationship started growing. We got closer and closer and closer and closer. We just started talking, and we started sharing stuff. And guess what? We then are able to talk about things for hours. And I was like, you know what? This is the kind of friendship I wanted all my life. Thank you, God. So now, it happens at a time that I needed this. So now, I'm going to start another topic again. So remember this story about my relationship with my mom. We are besties now. I can say we are very good. Apologies were given. Well, sometimes you don't even need to wait for an apology. You just need to move on, guys. But everything is said, all good. Happy. I've been happy. I'm happier, I guess, or I'm still happy and more. So now I am this person who's always called when there is a problem by people. This can be a friend, even acquaintances call me when there is an issue. Little sis, well, people that I know, I could say they are younger than me, but in terms of age, they are younger than me. I know them. I can't call them my friends, because we are not friends. Or they are people that I know. I get to meet a lot of people, guys, and I get to have them in my life, and I appreciate them. Majority of them would be a little bit younger, that hold on to whatever that it is that we have, and adults then become friends, right? So now these young friendships that I have a couple of young friendships. So they call me. I used to dislike that. I used to hate people calling me and asking for advices. I do not have advices. So then this one time I got a feeling that, just listen to people. Then I started offering my ear, and now they keep on coming. So they call me, they tell me this is the situation, please advise me, what would you do? And then guess what they say? They laugh and say, okay, I know you will not have allowed this, but please imagine if you were me. Then I'm struggling to imagine me in that position, because I'll never be in that position, or I'll never let myself be taken for a ride like that, those kind of things. And then we laugh about it. I love when people laugh about situations, so that they do not become a lot of weight, but they become a little bit of a less weight. Then you can break it down and deal with it. So now I'm always pouring, and then there's this heavy edge where I just need, it's more like a confusion. I'm confused. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what to do. Give me a second. Tabela. Thank you. So now I would get to experience that. Like, okay, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. I'm experiencing more like something that I've prayed for or something that I've manifested. However, in the same breath, I am not in the happiest space to celebrate this. I do not know why. I am unable to celebrate this moment because it's something that I've prayed for and I've manifested. And I just felt like the challenges were overpowering the sunlight, the grace, the gratitude. And here's what happens now. I'm now open to my mother, telling her this is the situation. I'm experiencing this. This woman pours into me for what felt like haven. I felt like, Nyege, where have you been? Or where are my friends? Where's everyone that I've poured into? Because I just needed that. I remember hanging up and just crying because I just needed that. Those words, it will be okay. It will be okay. It will be. I cried. And then I realized, so much that we do and pour into people. Am I a pourer? Am I that person who just pours and pours? And now the timing that happens in terms of when I needed someone who would pour into me. After I don't know how many years, I've never wanted someone to pour into me for so many years. I've never had that feeling of needing someone to pour into me for maybe say all my life, maybe 30 years of my life. And just when our relationship has flourished, our relationship has been founded, has found a way, it's thriving. This woman, which is my mother, whom I love, pours into me. And I'm like, the timing, baby girl, the timing. So now I wanted to talk about the timing. How do you know, or how, when you see that, just says, I've wanted this, but maybe I wanted it too early or sooner. And what if I didn't know what to do with it if I got it sooner? But I'm just talking about timing. Timing is what I'm talking about. But I had to explain what had happened in order for me to realize God's timing is always right. God's timing is always right. I'm gonna say it again. God's timing is always right. This week we are out, man. We are out. See you in the next episode of our reflections. Please comment with how you had experienced God's timing. Share, guys. Why did you share? Why did you share? What's going on? What is going on with you guys? Please share, like, comment, subscribe. From me, I'm out.